Hello, all you beautiful gamers out there. It is I, Totem Lord, and
John Man.
all right, that's right. We got somebody new on the channel today. We're talking about a great injustice that has happened. In fact, you know what? Really quick, while I'm thinking about it, let's pull up the title whiteboard here. We're going to be talking about manuals and what has happened to them in the video game world. Now, growing up, the manuals were probably kind of taken for granted. I mean,
A little bit.
yeah, you opened up your game. You probably went straight to your video game without even looking at them. Because what's that saying? Like, real men don't look at instructions.
That's right. That's exactly what it was.
And now that we've lost them, it's such a big blow to to physical gaming.
Yeah, you really miss them.
In fact, why don't you show them what we get nowadays?
Oh, okay. Nowadays, well, let's see what we have here. We have Mario Party, the top 100. So we're going to open this up and see what the manual looks like inside of it.
You go out by the physical version.
Okay. All we get is warnings about what not to do with the game. See here. Stand as far away from the screen as possible. Play video games on the smallest TV possible.
That one cracks me up.
And nowhere in here does it say the title of the game or anything like that. It only gives you a bunch of warnings and legal information in 7 different languages.
So you know they printed these things off like a dime a dozen. Like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not even special to the game it goes to.
Didn't even have the name of the game on the little sheet. Now let's compare that to what game manuals used to look like, shall we?
Let's do it.
Here we have Super Mario Bros. 3. And you get a detailed explanation of exactly how to play the game. You didn't need anything else. Oh, of course, Nintendo Power really helped a lot.
That it did.
It shows really valuable stuff in here. What buttons to press for, kicking the shell. What the levels are going to look like. There's 8 different worlds in Super Mario Brothers, and this tells you a little bit about each world and what you're going to encounter. I loved it. I love it, and we really need these kind of manuals back in our games.
One thing that really bothers me is it's not the whole fact that you can go digital, digital versus physical. People that buy digital, power to them, whatever, but the fact that you're paying for the exact same amount for digital and physical is kind of atrocious, but at the same time they really don't give you much extra at all. Like
any extra.
Yeah, that little digital, that little technical piece we got there. Ooh.
You get less for more money.
I mean, you do get to show it off on your gaming library, but you open it up and it's just atrocious. It's terrible.
It's absolutely terrible. You're right. Yep. I couldn't agree more.
And they replace them with e-manuals. E-manuals that just give you the basic bits of information. How to play the game, how to do multiplayer, how to link up to the internet, stuff like that. They don't give you the juicy bits like the story. They don't give you the juicy bits like the artwork, like in Mario here, like what John Man here showed off. Like, here's a different one. One of the Koopa kids right there. That is super cool. These are things that I've always actually enjoyed looking at. Like, sometimes whenever I get like booted off video games or be grounded, and you have nothing to do but look at the manuals, and really gives you time to appreciate that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
But yeah.
So I wish manuals would actually be manuals as they used to be. We're really missing out.
All that, like, they really did put like love and care in them too.
They did. Yep.
Artwork, you had profiles. One thing I actually took for advantage back in the day was the note section at the end.
Oh, I loved the note section. I bet this one has it. Look at that.
There it is.
Notes. So when you find something in the game that you want to remember and it's not in the manual, you put it in the back of your manual, and now you have it forever. Passwords. Nintendo was notorious for when you would die, they would put a password on there so that you didn't need to save a game or anything. You just, when you turn the game back on, you put in the right password, and it puts you right back at the level you died at. And that was perfect.
And sometimes they weren't even like short passwords. They'd be like
Long.
20 characters long.
I'm thinking Metroid.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
There are worse ones too. I've only seen videos of them. One of them I think had like a 50-character password.
Oh, that's insane. Well, Metroid had a lot. It was 2 lines worth of characters.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, the notes section was perfect for that stuff. Usually you'd see like fatalities or special moves. Yeah, secrets. You could write down like Mario 3 specifically how to get the the coin ship that pops up or the special mushroom houses.
Mortal Kombat was a really good example of that.
Yes.
You didn't have the internet where you could just look up what moves to press for combo moves and everything.
Oh yeah.
So if you found out a combo move, you write that stuff down. Yeah, that's a perfect example. I like it.
So yeah, that's something I definitely took advantage, or I not took advantage. I took for granted is a better way to put it. But sometimes whenever you'd buy a used game and you got the manual, you got other people what they discovered, so that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, we took for granted because we didn't think they were going to downgrade as time went on. Downgrade from a really fantastic manual system.
So sad.
Very sad, very sad.
Something else actually that is from back in the day. Something I try to promote, or I try to give lots of love and attention to. Extras that come with these video games. Am I holding it right? No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. These were really cool. Really neat little posters that you could put in your room. It's definitely something that defined the 80s and 90s. Something that sticks out in my mind is the Sega Genesis collection. What is it called? The main hub is literally, it looks like somebody's room, and you can see posters all around.
Oh, that's cool.
It is such a neat throwback.
Yeah, and think of the feeling you got when you didn't know that was going to be in the game case.
Oh yeah.
So you get your game, you come home, you open it up, and you have a big poster. That is like the best feeling when you were a kid. Yeah. There's no poster in here. No poster.
Nada.
Frustrates me.
For real. It's such a good topic to rant about too. But here's a question. What do we expect of manuals? What do you think?
I would like to know how to play the game.
I know, like, too many developers, they leave it up to the game to explain it, but sometimes they don't explain, like, all the intricate ins and outs or how to use every single move.
Yeah, I mean, most games it seems like you either figure it out on your own or you have to go on the internet and look it up and find some video that someone else has made on how to actually play the game. Because you don't know what buttons do what. So, that's about all I got.
Probably my favorite example of that is what I played recently was Blaster Master 02. Really great game. I'm probably going to talk about that in a later video.
Yeah.
Hashtag, I messed that up. But no, on Blaster Master 02, one of your special moves, like it's a big thing in the game. If you push a certain button, the guy will actually dodge out of the way from like a bullet or something and return fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is so cool. Like, instead of just, ducking behind walls and stuff, you can push this button at a specific time and attack these enemies.
Right.
And they explain it for, like, a good 10 minutes of the game, but after that, you're on your own. And, sometimes you got so much going on. Maybe you left the game for a while. Maybe you got, like, so far into the game where you forgot about that.
Right, yep. That happens.
With a manual, you could reference back to that. But I think I played, like, a good 2 worlds of the game before I remembered it. I was like, oh, my God, this would have made the game so much easier.
Yeah, yeah. Just bring back any part of the manual that used to be. As far as the pictures in it, just giving you an idea of what you're going to expect in the game and how to get through the game. That's all I ask. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can be in black and white. Just show me, give me a little bit of a helping hand to get through this game. We're getting older now. We need directions.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, these kids nowadays, they just put in a game they've never played before and automatically they're like experts at it. We used to be like that when we were really young, but we can't anymore. We're old.
It just happened.
That's awesome.
But yes, the gloriness that once was.
Mm-hmm.
I love, like, it's just probably the nostalgia, like the care and love that was put into that I miss.
There was so much.
Mm-hmm. bios, extra information. Like you could literally like delve into a game deeper simply by looking at the manual.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn like this guy's backstory. You can learn what happened to the bad guy. You know, like their stats or
You would learn so much more about the story.
yeah.
Yep.
Just really delve into the game.
I
But
enjoyed it.
it's gone now.
Yeah, forever it seems. I really don't feel like they're gonna ever bring this stuff back.
Nicholas is doing good. They're actually they make Switch games that are
I thought this was like your neighbor or something.
oh no. It's the name of the developer, Nicholas. They're an indie
Oh, I love indie games, and you're right. Indie developers, they do put heart into what they make,
they really
and
do.
they really do try to remember things like these manuals. And I feel like they're doing a really good job, way better than AAA titles do.
Yeah, AAA is like, I mean, obviously AAA puts more money into their stuff, but it's just like a little bit extra.
They certainly take more money out of your wallet.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, got any final thoughts?
Boy, all I can think of right now is how high of on a pedestal I put indie developers, because they're just doing really amazing things.
They are.
Yeah. In fact, Undertale, was that an indie game?
Yep, that's indie.
And think of what they put in their case. It was a giant, not a giant, small book, but a booklet that had a story and told you about what this world of Undertale is. Amazing. And I wish more would do that.
Super unique, too.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, that's all we got for you today. Thank you for checking me out, and we will judge you next time. You know, sometimes I wonder if it's all worth it. You know, trying to save physical media just seems like such an uphill battle, you know. Some days it's harder than others to fight this losing fight. I just want to know, is it all worth it? I just wish the gods of physical media would show me a sign. Yes, it is all worth it.